Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are in Kisima Forest, and I have got Jim, Brian, Sham, and Tony with me, who you must recall from early in the show. I know we've taken you all over the place. First, we were, where were we? At the base, HPT. And then we were at MKT, and then we were up top the mountain, and then now we're back here at Kisima Forest. But I'm now going to ask these guys a bunch of questions about who they are, and what they do and why it's important to not just storytelling and the art around it, but also to conservation, because that's a lot of what they do is around conservation, wildlife, and amplifying the message around that. So, gentlemen, I know you introduced Roots Adventures earlier, but if you were to break down the story of how you started, you have to share this story because it's ridiculous.
5 years ago, we went on a walk from Arusha to Nairobi, about 450 kilometers in the wild.
Yeah.
And spent 16 days out there, no technology, nothing.
Yeah.
Camping out at different locations along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And everything was done in an attempt to raise awareness for the work that rangers do on the ground.
So even back then, it was for that?
Exactly.
But you didn't know each other back then, right? And the team was actually a little bit different.
Yes,
right?
The dynamic was different.
Yeah.
There were 2 other girls involved as well. And we decided after the walk that we wanted to showcase Kenya in a better way, in a different way. And we felt like we had ideas and, we had our feet in conservation already. So we decided let's go with this. We started off as, showcasing touristic locations and whatnot. But then gradually we decided to come back home, and that's what we love, our passion for conservation.
Right, which by the way, you have to check out their Instagram page. It's called Roots Adventure. It's really, really cool. And you get to see a side of Kenya that you're just like, wait a second. This is what they show us in Hollywood. And this is like my backyard. Like it doesn't make any sense. Brian, you are in charge of photography.
Yeah.
What's it been like joining Roots Adventures? Because the 2 of you joined a little later in the later. When did they join actually? Last year. Okay, so later in the game. So what's it been like bringing your art and also merging it with the ethos and what Roots Adventures is about when it comes to conservation?
Yeah, so when I joined Roots, actually like the whole scope of how I thought about photography and how I visioned everything that I wanted to do in life and in my career really changed, because Roots, when I joined Roots, they are basically mostly doing so much about conservation, and I felt like my work found a purpose when I joined it, and everything just changed.
Oh, beautiful. All right, so what would you say has been the most interesting project that you've worked on so far? And I hope it's not like having to pick your favorite child. But if you were to say the one that has had the longest lasting impact on you guys, what would you say is the project so far?
We've told stories about how they use sports, the 10 to 4 event, and we film a whole bike race for 3 days. And then we get to live with the rangers and tell their stories from a human angle. We get to see elephants in the wild, tell their stories about how their migratory paths are through this environment.
Right.
So this kind of encompasses a lot of what we have fallen in love with and the stories that we want to tell.
Yeah. Interesting fact about the 10 to 4 race. The last one, the most recent one, didn't Enoch, who earlier I was calling Echo, but didn't they realize that there was a lion that was spotted? Yeah. Can you imagine? Like you're on your bike and there's like just a lion, just like, and you're like, right faster, go. All
motivation, right. If there's
but that's when you're like, who's the fastest biker in the world? What's his name? The one who
Lance.
That's when you're like, Lance, I'm coming after you. All right. So what would you say has been the most is the most challenging part about storytelling in all your different fields, whether it's photography, videography, editing? What's the most challenging part?
Yeah, for photography, I think the most challenging part is when you have the client expectations back in your mind, when you have to come up with your own creativity yeah, I think that's the most challenging part for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, also, being in some dangerous parts of the country because you have to get the story, I think.
But we have experienced that before. Yeah, we have had 3 scenarios where we had cops coming to us, and then the other one was the Maasai kind of warrior.
Samburu warriors.
Stop.
Yeah.
And then-
Stop. Wait,
and there was
no.
Maasai, and then there was Samburu.
You're kidding me.
Kind of, yeah.
Wait, like they were coming at you, like, why
Yeah,
are you
they actually
filming?
came to us, yeah.
With what?
With Maasais, with
Spears.
spears. Samburus with guns.
What?
The cops with guns as well.
And I thought I was like adventurous when I'm taking my photos, but mine is like a guard who's like Tokapa. You guys, I mean, it's a different level.
Yeah.
That must make it so exciting too and fulfilling, I guess, once the story
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
is done.
Yeah.
Right.
Storytelling is all about how much you put into it. This team, the way we've grown together, and what we've been through. I think every experience that we face, whether it's good or whether it's really, really, nerve-wracking, it brings us together and we bond from it, and we're able to tell the story even better. And I think
Yeah.
we're just gonna keep pushing as hard as we can because we believe
Yeah.
these stories need to be told.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. You guys have been so chill. But like at night, you guys come alive. But it's okay. I'll get the cameras on you when it's that time. But for now, thank you so much. Thank you for inviting Living With Us up here. And thank you to Mount Kenya Trust as well. And thank you to the Rangers. And right, I guess the onus is on us, on each and every one of us to do something. And it starts with the little things in our own homes, right? And how we raise our children. And don't litter. Okay. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Bye, 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 bye.